Welcome to the Wacky World of Work. I'm James Tehrani, your host. Today on this show we have a very special guest. She is one of the matriarchs of healthy eating and wellness. She started her business in the 80s when wellness wasn't even a buzzword. Her company, Seattle Sutton's Healthy Eating, grew from 3 employees in 1985 to more than 100 today. And she turned a $1,000 investment into a $25 million business. We are honored to have Seattle Sutton with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, for the 2 or 3 people out there who don't know about your company, can you tell us a little bit about it?
I'm a nurse, and I think all nurses go into nursing because they want to help people. Mm-hmm. And so I started Seattle Sutton's Healthy Eating because I was talking to a patient that said I was trying to help him do some menu planning for his diabetic situation, and so he said to me, he said, you know what, I'm not going to do all that work. And why don't you do it for me, and I know I'll have results. And that was just sort of the key. But I've always been interested in good nutrition as a nurse, and we fed our children what they should eat, and I think all parents need to go back to that. Feed your children what they should eat, not what they say, I want to eat or I don't want to eat.
Of course.
So that's kind of a little mission I have. But anyway, healthy eating is so important for health, and I think everybody does know that. And when I went off to nursing school in 1950, I was old when I started this, 53.
Hardly.
Yeah, but I was thinking about my own father, who weighed 385 pounds at one time, and I was worried about him, and he did die of congestive heart failure and type 2 diabetes. But I thought I'm going to learn as much as I can about obesity and weight loss so I can help him. And that was a long time ago, that was 1950.
So We're in 2015. There's technology, there's so much information out there about obesity and diabetes and what you can do to prevent it, and yet we still have this epidemic. What's gone wrong? Are employers at all in fault for this?
Employers? Well, no. The harder they work their employees, the more weight they'll lose. It's a matter of calorie intake versus calorie output. So if people take in, they have to accept that, because the only way to lose weight is to take in a certain number of calories and expend more than that. It's the only bottom line there is in weight loss. And you have to accept that, because otherwise everybody's full of excuses. And there's different theories, but that's the only really right theory out there, I believe.
So there's a lot of gimmicks out there.
Oh, yes,
course.
And there's a lot of weight loss gimmicks. Mm-hmm. But I knew when I started the business that I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't prepare meals for people unless it will be the healthiest eating possible. Mm-hmm. And my meals are really healthier eating than you could do on your own. And I didn't have anybody to follow, because even today, there's nobody in the world doing, with home meal replacement, doing what we're doing. And that is, we serve freshly prepared meals, and they include fresh fruit, salad, which is so important.
And you make them all yourself.
And not me alone, but because we've done as much as...
You're sitting there preparing salads.
We've done as much as in our food factory. We've done as much as like 200,000 meals a week, including we have one franchise state. And then we ship all over the United States now from Ottawa, Illinois. And so we've done as many as that meals, and no, I don't do myself, and I'm glad. I had a pretty big family. Got 5 children and their spouses, and 14 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren now. So, I mean, that 180,000 meals, that doesn't add up to that. So,
sure.
In fact, now when they come, of course, and many of them are involved in my business, it's a family-owned business. In fact, if anybody calls our 800 number, somebody will answer that phone, because I just insist, because people have questions.
Sure.
And of course, we're also on the website. But if anybody calls our 800 number, it's 800-442-DIET number, they will get a family member to answer that phone.
So, okay, let me ask you this. So a lot of the people who will be watching this are in business, they're in the workforce management. So what can companies do to help their employees with wellness? I mean, there's a lot of carrot and stick incentives out there, but do those really work?
Well, I think so. In fact, people can join we have a wellness incentive program with our company, and they can join that, and they would get information that they can give to, and they can have different like contests within their company. And I think a lot of that, anytime there's an incentive for an employee, that
So
that
biggest
helps.
loser kind of
Right.
thing.
And we have our own contests that we have done in areas. In fact, in the Ottawa area, we had 9 people, and in 15 weeks, they lost 510 pounds. And so, of course, we made brochures on that, and we're really proud of that, and so were they. And they all had, like, if they had any medical problems, like higher blood sugars or whatever, diabetes, that helped that situation, or blood pressures, and it's a proven fact. And I know that there's a lot of people that just think they can join an exercise club and they'll lose weight. It's not really true, although we believe in exercise, because we believe in exercise because you're using calories, and if you want weight loss, you got to keep busy. And if you don't want to go to an exercise place, you got to go home and wash your walls and vacuum your floors or do something else to wear off calories. So it's okay. But actually, I think the latest studies have shown that 80% is the diet. And we're not only calorie controlled for weight loss, but we are really healthy eating. We have a registered dietitian on staff full time.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
Does your company do specific wellness benefits?
We offer a wellness incentive program, and we also reward people that are their employees that are with us a long time, and we also help them and encourage them within the company to have like weight loss contests and things like that that might help their employee. We also have full time. We have my daughter Paula, who anybody can call, anybody in the United States, because we're available nationwide. They can call Paula on her cell phone and find out. She will explain how our meals can help them.
Sure.
And that's all free service. And she's also a nurse, and she worked at Baylor in Texas for many years, and now she has joined our company.
Now you have 3 daughters in your company?
They're all nurses.
They're all nurses.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges of having a family business?
Well, it's not only them. We have 14 grandchildren, and as they have graduated from college, actually 5 have joined our company, and several are consultants with our company. And the challenges are, you got to have a lot of kids.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you for watching The Wacky World of Work. I'm James Tehrani, your host, and I'd really like to thank Seattle Sutton for being with us today. If you have a question about the show, you can always email me at editors@workforce.com, or you can tweet to me at @workforcejames. Until next time, like I always say, whatever works.